I'm Alessandra, and I want to talk about identities and origins and personalities, mainly of children. So my videos address mainly the parents of children of mixed cultures. So if this is a topic for you, please follow me and just share with me then your experiences and your comments. Hi, my name is Alessandra. I'm 58 years old and I'm Italian. Since I was a child, looking in books was a very important thing. And whenever anybody in the family had a question, the guidance was go and check in the books, dictionaries, whatever. So I still have this conditioning of whenever I have a question, I go or into the books and check if I find an answer there, or of course, nowadays you go to the internet. And to be honest, at the end, the result is the same. You get lost in these rabbit holes, be it in books, be it in the internet. A part of that books have, it's nicer to touch them and to smell them and to check all the pages, but okay. So, of course, thinking about the whole topic of origins and identity, we find many words to describe it, and they are somehow interchangeable, but some are not. So if we think about origin, I think this relates more to a geographic origin and a little bit of the DNA. Heritage is purely DNA related. Identity is the word that I prefer to use, because identity is something that you define by yourself. And funny is when I check this word and its root, identity comes from the Latin word idem, which means the same. And I found it funny because for me, identity is whatever distinguishes you from other people. So I was feeling that identity meaning the same was contradictory. But my daughter said, no, because it is the one thing that is the same with other people who are like you, which I guess she's right. But okay, identity. Personality, I think personality and identity are very similar, but personality is just defined by others, how they perceive you. Ancestry, again, is very DNA related. It looks to the origins, which are also geographically apart. Roots is also geographical and DNA related, and ethnicity has this DNA part, but is also talking about culture, I guess. And I remember my daughter got very mad at her ex-boyfriend at a certain point, who constantly told her that she was German. Maybe he knew he was saying it just because he knew that she would be mad about it, because she doesn't feel German. She feels all together, so all her roots. And she was born in Germany. She came to Switzerland when she was 3. And by the time she was 9 years old, I sent her to Austria to school. So we are living very close to the border. So she went to school every morning and came home in the evening or in the afternoon. So in theory, that could be another country where she could say she defines as being part of it, but she doesn't feel Austrian. She partly feels Swiss because she grew up here. But yeah, this is again something where you have to think about it. Where are you born? Where did you grow up? Where did you go to school? Where did you go to university? Where did you work? Where are your parents from? What is your citizenship? In what languages are you speaking? What language are you thinking in? What language are you dreaming in? there are many points where you can pick, let's say, a reason for a puzzle stone to build a puzzle piece to build your identity. And nobody should tell you which pieces you are allowed to pick up and which pieces you are not allowed to pick up, because it's your identity and you decide about it. Or if you have a child which is of mixed origins, you are the parents who have to support your child or your children in giving them the allowance to build their own identity, and to give them the awareness that this is something they have to think about or feel about, if we can say that, and where they can take into consideration whatever feels important for them. So to quote my daughter again, she's 21 now, she says, "My heritage is Italian and German and a little bit of French. My roots are Italian, German, and Swiss, because she grew up here in Switzerland since she was 3 years old. But my identity is purely Italian." That's with her words. And just as a little add-on, normally there are 2 different laws, and every country has decided apparently about which one they want to use. There is the jus solis, which is Latin and means the law of the earth, the ground. So if you are born in this country, you get the citizenship of this country. And then there are countries who follow the jus sanguinis, which means that even if you are born in another country, if your parents have the blood, as it says, it's the law of the blood. If your parents have the blood of this country, which again is stupid, so if they have the citizenship, then you also receive that, even if you were born in a different country. If I walk through the streets of any village or city in Italy, often enough people think I'm Irish or sometimes Dutch. And if I then answer in our local dialect, people are really surprised, and they just don't know how to deal with the situation. Why is that? The point is, when we are in our surrounding, also when we are outside of our surrounding, mainly then, we are somehow trying to identify those people around us in the quickest way possible. Because in ancient times, it was for sure more of a threat if there was a person that nobody knew. So you had to quickly understand, is this person an enemy, or is this person a friend, or at least somebody who doesn't harm me. And maybe this is from the very ancient times, but still it is written in our DNA. So we are trying to put people in drawers, because we can't take the time, if we see a foreigner, go there and ask him all the questions, or her, that might come up, so that we can really understand who this person is. Our life is so quick and we meet so many people that we can't do it. So automatically we only see the outside. We only see the color of the skin, of the hair, of the eyes. We see the traits. We see the how the person is dressed, how the person is moving, their car, their shoes, whatever. So from all of that, we try to define who this person could be, and we try to put this person in a drawer. And the more this person is far away from our own traits, let's say, the more we need to find the drawer to put him or her in. And based on this wrong presumption that who looks similar to me is my friend and who doesn't look similar to me is my enemy, which is wrong, but that's somehow in our DNA. So you also know that when you are traveling in foreign countries, who of us wants to be recognized from the very first second as a tourist? I guess everybody tries to somehow fit in and just blend in the culture of the country, which of course is difficult if you are 1.80 m high and blonde and with blue eyes, and you are in Vietnam, because of course nobody will think you live there. But somehow we try to blend in. So to come back to my example at the beginning, if we see somebody which clearly from the outside is not part of the community, but then starting to talk in the local dialect brings the aspect or the proof, no, but this person must be a local. There's this internal dialogue saying foreign friend, how to deal with it, which leads to insecurity. There's a strange thing here in Europe again, the name Welsh. It's not only related to people who come from Wales, but also in Switzerland, the German-speaking part of Switzerland called the French-speaking people in Switzerland, still all Swiss, they call them the Welsh. And in Germany, Welsh was the name for those guys who were traveling in ancient time, Middle Age, from village to village, selling something or having a small theater or whatever. So those people who just were traveling from village to village, and they were feared just as Rom, because you don't know them. They arrive and then they go, and maybe something is missing, so everybody says it was them, it was the Welsh people who stole it. Also children, all those legends of stolen children. So whatever is not known somehow could be a potential danger. If you like this video, please click below, give me a like, subscribe. It would help me tremendously. And if you like to comment your own experiences and your own view to that topic, as long as it's kind and positive, please feel free to do so, and I will just try to integrate it in one of my next videos. So thank you very much for your time, and